Man, it has been a hell of a month. A few months actually. You probably noticed my voice is a little bit different. I just got out of the hospital, doing a little bit of recovering, and it's taking its toll on me. But I'll get into that here in a minute. What this video is, though, is I wanted to tell you kind of what has been going on the last few months, where I've been, why I've been a little less active on YouTube and social media, and just everything that's going on with me and what you can expect in the future as we move out of this crazy year. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up and a little insight into what's going on with me. All right, guys. Well, it has been a rough few months. I want to get into that. I want to give you some insight of just kind of what has gone on with me and where we're going in the future. Where I'm at now, and what's going to happen as we move into 2022. Because I'm ready for this year to be over. It has been tough. For those of you that have been watching my videos and watching some of my social media, I guess it all kind of started when I went down with a buddy doing some kayak fishing. I had my truck broken into. That was a little bit rough. I had a catalytic converter stolen. I had to get my truck towed from Freeport all the way back to Houston. Was without a vehicle for a week. That was the beginning. That was where my bad luck started, and I thought that was just one of those rare things, and then it continued. But I got that taken care of. I dealt with that. Insurance luckily covered a lot of that stuff, and we moved forward. Then I was back into the boat, and I did a video just a few weeks ago where I was running it and just ran out of oil. So didn't make sense at all to me. But I had a buddy Robert. He came out. He met me with some oil. We filled up the motor. Everything was fine. After that, it ran great, perfect. But I had this kind of thought in my head that I really needed to get that checked out because it bothered me. It worried me that a motor could just run out of oil, and so I called all my friends, asked who I should go to. I wanted somebody that was trustworthy. I wanted somebody that would really, really look into that motor. And well, I did that. And I took it over to Tim over at Busha Boat Works. Wow, that's hard to say. Yeah, I took it over there, and I'm glad I did because Tim has been great. He's really, kept me in the loop and really taken a look at that motor and done things right. And I'm happy that that's the route that I went. But on the other note, I got a call from Tim, and Tim basically gave me two options to either replace the motor or rebuild it. Neither one of those were ideal for me. I didn't want to do that. To rebuild a motor, minimum you're looking 4,000 plus. New motor, basically 10. So the problem with a new motor is there aren't any. So trying to get one, you might be waiting 6 or 8 months. And so I was in a predicament. But anyway, I told Tim, go ahead and rebuild it. I trust the guy. I trust their company, trust everybody that's recommended them to me. And so we started that. Definitely not ideal. Not something I wanted to drop that kind of money on right now. But, I need my boat. I need it to be working. Anyway, 2 days after that, I went to the hospital. On a Friday, I worked all day. I felt fine. I had a little bit of a stomach ache. And then at 2 o'clock in the morning, my appendix ruptured. And if you guys have never been through that, I'm going to tell you now, one of the worst pains, by far the worst pain I've ever been. Nothing even compares. Nothing's been close. Absolutely awful. Even the healing process afterwards, even now, I don't feel great. I feel better, but I'm not where I was, and it has been a little while. I ended up spending a full week in the hospital. I went in there. They did the surgery. They basically cleaned me all out. They did everything laparoscopically, which is best for healing and best for scars and all of that. It's basically 3 incisions. But the pain was unbelievable. Unbelievable how much that hurt. And then even afterwards, I couldn't move. I couldn't walk for days. I wasn't able to eat for 4 to 5 days. I was only drinking liquids, which is why I've lost so much weight. I look sick. So I'm not a big fan of that either. Hopefully, my appetite will come back now. But just a lot. So now I've got the hospital stuff. Luckily, I made it through that okay. I know everybody was a little bit worried because that can be fatal, and it can be fatal real quick. I don't wish that upon anyone, just because it was so bad. I've had a lot of painful things in my life and a lot of injuries, and nothing compares. Nothing compares to that I've ever been through. It was really bad, but I am okay now. I'm recovering. It's taking me a little bit of time to get back to normal. I'm still moving slow. Feel weak. Very, very weak. My appetite's not there, but we're getting there. We're getting every day is a little bit better. So moving forward, what that actually means is, well, I am not allowed to fish for at least probably another 4 to 5 weeks. I was told that I can't fish. I can't lift anything over 10 pounds for 6 to 8 weeks, which is going to put me early to mid-January when I can probably start fishing again. Depends how I feel. I've got some doctor's appointments where they're going to check me out. I've got one next week. Hopefully, that'll be some good news. But either way, it's going to be a few weeks before I can get back out of the water, get out there and fish, which means that I'm also going to be lacking content for you guys. So kind of hard to make videos when you can't fish, right? There are some, possible videos that I can do from inside here that we can discuss some stuff and talk about the future of 2022 and the fishing and some of that. But I'm sure you guys don't want to watch multiple videos over and over of me just talking like that. So it's going to be a little bit tricky to get some videos out. We'll see what we can do. Hopefully I can come up with something. But just a heads up, maybe skipping some videos over the next few weeks until I can get better and get back out on the water. Yeah, everything's just a little bit rough right now. I've got all my medical stuff and the medical bills, and I've got my boat bills, and I think so far my medical I owe like 50 grand. So that's gonna be fun. I still owe 4,000 on the boat, and holiday season. Yeah, it's just it's a lot. Now I am somebody that I stay positive pretty much always. I rarely ever stress. In fact, it bothers my wife so much because I could, even when things just get really, really bad, it doesn't bother me. I've always figured out a way to get through it. And this is one of those times that, well, I'm going to figure out a way to get through it. I do owe a lot of money. I'm still recovering. I'm still hurting. I'm a bit worried about not being able to fish. But, eventually everything will be back on track. I'll get back to it. I'll get everything paid off. I'll figure all of that out. And life goes on. So I'm hoping that this all goes a little bit faster, and I'm hoping that I can just get into 2022 and just put all this stuff behind me. Don't even think about it anymore. Just move forward. Now, I have said it before, and I'll say it again. Surround yourself with good people. I have met so many amazing people and made some great friends just in the fishing community. It's mind blowing, actually. And when all of this stuff happened, especially going into the hospital, it was overwhelming how many of you guys reached out just to check on me. It felt great. Like I looking at hundreds of messages, and it just, wow, what a community. So I want to thank you guys for that. I want to thank you all for everyone that commented and reached out and sent me text messages and emails and everything else. Thank you guys so much for all of that. Thanks for checking in on me. It really does mean a lot. Beyond that, some of my best friends, Caleb, and a lot of the companies I work with, like Anglers and Laguna, and all of them, they did the same. They called, they checked on me, and again, that's why I say surround yourself with good people, work with good companies that you believe in, and work with people that you like the people, and that matters. It really does. In fact, anglers they called me just after Mike, he called me, and he just after I got out of the hospital, and asked if I wanted to do a raffle. He knows how much I owe in in these medical bills. It adds up quick. And then with the boat stuff and all of that, and yeah, I'm not one for ever asking anybody for money or handouts or anything like that, but this is this would be a great way for some of you guys to be able to win as well. And then Caleb jumped on. Caleb is, decided to add a full, day of guided fishing trip on that. And then I decided I've got to throw something in there. And so I'm doing a half day tattoo session, which is worth about $800. It's 4 hours. So yeah, it's a big raffle. Anglers is doing it through Anglers Anonymous. You can go to the store, you can give them a call, or you can go to their group, Anonymous Anglers group on Facebook. Get tickets through that. I think it's like 25 bucks, something like that. But yeah, you got $800 worth of tattooing. You got, I think, 650, 700 or whatever Caleb charges for a day of fishing. You got that. Laguna, it's got some rod. Anglers is adding their stuff. I think Grunton's. Yeah, there's just a lot of product that you can win for very, very little. And it really, really does help me a lot. So I do appreciate it. But, more so, I'd love to see one of you guys win that. And just something super beneficial for all of us. So if it's something that you're into, then by all means go, pick up a raffle ticket, enter that. If not, I'm not looking for any handouts. Like I said, I never have been that kind of person, never will be. But I think this is something that could benefit us both. So if you're interested, there it is. But anyways, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up of where I am. And then, as we move forward, I'm definitely in the new year, I'm going to get back into fishing and back into doing videos and really focusing on doing a lot of this, better content for you guys. But right now I've got no energy. I feel weak. I'm tired. I honestly just want to sleep a lot. So it's going to be a minute until I'm back to normal and I've fully recovered. But that's it. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. I really do appreciate it. And we'll see you soon. Hopefully in better spirits.